Hello and welcome to today's episode of How to Be Absolutely Happy. This is video number 3. The theme for today is to let your emotions flow. We've all heard of when we bottle up our energy, it all of a sudden explodes. But part of the other challenge with the constriction of our emotions, with not expressing them, with not doing something with them, is that we are blocking flow of energy. We're also blocking flow of our thought. We're blocking our ability to make decisions, to step into what we want, what's most powerful for us. And then that creates more frustration within ourselves because we can't even decide because we have all these ideas in our head, or we're not going fully into our heart and feeling what we want. So we want to allow flow. We want to create that connection. And there's 2 layers to the opposite of happiness, to anger or to pain. The first layer is the actual anger, pain, whatever's causing that, and then the message that's in the brain saying something is off here for the dynamics of the way that I want to be. That's what pain actually is. It's just a message to give you information. But the other layer of that is that we resist that pain. It's almost like resisting the message that's trying to come through, but we don't like the feeling of pain, and so we almost push against it. So then we're creating even more pain or more anger by creating resistance with that. And what happened at the Enlightened Warrior Camp? Why was I so happy during it? Well, I actually went through quite an emotional month before the camp, and I arrived there not so excited about being there and still tied up with all of that going on. And within 24 hours, that was all gone. The first reason was because I just slowly allowed myself to throw myself into the activities that were happening, to be present with it. But the second reason was we did an activity that's called purification. And I don't want to say too much about it for those of you who are going to the Enlightened Warrior Camp in the future, so you can have that wonderful surprise that we had. But what happens in purification is that you're actually doing something that for a lot of people is very uncomfortable. And that triggers that sense of pain or that sense of anger when you're in that discomfort. And really the trick to work through that was to just let everything flow through you that wanted to flow, and to let it flow however you felt for it to flow. So that was really, really key, is not bottling up and just letting it move. And I sang my heart out during that activity. So I let everything flow through my voice and through singing it. I don't think I did any screaming. I think I was just singing. But I was turning, in a way, the anger, any other feelings that were flowing through me or that I noticed flowing through the others, into joy by singing it. So it was a very interesting thing. Because one thing is, energy is energy. And energy can move in all different directions. Energy can go up, it can go down, it can be scattered, it can be moving together. It can have different qualities. And so if you imagine the idea then that when we're happy, energy's flowing up. When we're sad, it's flowing down. Angry, maybe it's flowing outward. And so if we just redirect the flow of that energy, then we could shift it up and we could shift it towards happy. So remember this in science class. So energy is existing all over, and we can transfer energy from one form to another. We can change solid to liquid to gas and vice versa. You could do these chemical experiments and see things change colors or things burn up, things dissolve depending on what you put together. We can change mechanical energy into electrical energy. We can transfer heat between a pipe and the water inside of the pipe. That's a transference of energy. So allowing emotions to flow but then almost thinking about redirecting it towards joy, where it's all energy, it's all the same thing in a way, but we just shifted the quality or the direction of where it's flowing. This is just something very interesting to think about. Is you could even try this. I would love to know how this experiment works for you. Is whenever you're feeling pain, anger, sadness, whatever it might be, feel that deeply inside of you, but then almost sing it out, or speak it out, or dance it out. But think of turning it into something that is joyful for you. Let me know how that experiment goes. The idea here, let the emotions flow without resistance. We're already eliminating a lot of the pain. The other reason why letting the emotions flow means that then they keep going and they pass through. Whereas if we hold it, then we continue to be stuck with the pain. A lot of things only need to pass through us. Why do people cry? It's just a transference of the energy. Why do women like to talk about their problems when they're not necessarily looking for a solution? Because that's their way of releasing those emotions. They often already know what the solution is, but they're still feeling the emotions, me, feeling the emotions of the situation. So we speak it and we release it and we let it go. Just be careful that you don't need to keep doing that over and over again. They say when we have a prayer or when we surrender something to God, that once you've done it, you don't take it back and then do it again. You only do it once and it's gone. There was this one point that as I was leaving the camp, or right after I left the camp, I don't remember at what point, but I was starting to feel the emotions again of something that I released at the camp. And then I just literally said, no, I already let this go. And it's like I physically took it out of my chest and just threw it back over to the camp. And I said, it's being left there. Hopefully the camp's doing okay with all the things that we left behind. But let it pass through you. And if you can enjoy that process, enjoy it. Blessings and bye-bye.